So we're going to start by reviewing what many of you already know, and there's no reason to write this down. In a little bit, though, it will be helpful to write things down. At this time, you are simply just watching. So we've already done these basic things. Like we've taken what is the sine, and I could give you either a radian measurement or I could give you a degree measurement. An example, 120 degrees. You would find 120, and then you have to remember CBS is an acronym that tells us cosine before sine. So the sine is positive radical 3 over 2. I could tell you cosine of 7 pi over 6. Notice that when it's positive, we start here in this line and we move upwards. When it's positive, we move upwards. So 7 pi over 6. I'm going to count in increments of 30 degrees. 1 over 6, 2, 3 over 6, 4 over 6, 5 over 6, 6 over 6. Here's 7 pi over 6, and I'm asked for the cosine. CBS, cosine is the first number, and this is negative radical 3 over 2. These are pretty easy. Okay, where it gets complicated is where do you see tangent on my circle graph? Turn to your partner, your elbow partner. You may not even know their name. Where do you find tangent here? Go. Where is tangent visible? Okay, you ready? I want a thumbs up if you could point to where tangent is on this graph. Give me a thumbs down if you don't see a tangent value on my graph. Thumbs up or thumbs down? It should be thumbs down. There's no tangent, right? So I need to show you two different ways to get this. To find a tangent value, we're going to take the sine and we're going to divide it by the cosine. Now, I'm going to give you a shortcut to doing that too, and you get to choose whatever one when you take your test that makes more sense to you. So, for instance, when I'm at 60 degrees, to find the tangent of 60 degrees, which is known as pi over 3 in radian measurements, I take the sine, the second number, and I divide it by the cosine. So when I divide fractions, I turn division into multiplying, and I take the reciprocal of the second. Here the 2's are going to be simplified. I get square root of 3 over 1, which is the same as the square root of 3. Now, let's see if you understand reference angles. First, turn to your elbow partner. If you don't know their first name, learn it. Go. If you don't know the first name of your elbow partner, please learn it. Okay. You ready? Here we go. I want to know when I zoom in here. If I just told you that this had a reference angle of positive square root of 3, I want you and your partner to determine what other location on this unit circle in the first revolution, which means only one time around, what other angle based on we knowing that the reference angle to 60 degrees has a tangent of positive radical 3. What other angle has a tangent of positive radical 3 for the tangent? What other angle has a tangent of positive radical 3? Not negative, positive. Ooh, if you're getting this right, you have a great understanding. So here's my goal. My goal for you first is to know this. My goal, and I'm going to use the pens here, is there are 4 places that are very similar. These are all reference angles to 60 degrees. So these two and these two. These two and these two. That means they all have a tangent that has, they all have a tangent of radical 3, but the symbol in front is going to differ. All-star trig class. So all-star, only signs are positive, everything else negative. Trig, only tangents are positive, everything else negative. All-star trig class, only cosines are positive. That means at this position and this position, we're going to have a positive radical 3, or square root of 3 for the tangent. At these two would have a negative square root of 3 for the tangent. Okay, next. Okay, turn to your elbow partner. Without me doing the work, why is it really simple for me to know that the tangent of 45 degrees is simply 1? Turn to your partner, go. Why is it simple to know that the tangent of 45 degrees is simple 1? Simply 1. Why? Because sine divided by cosine, they're the exact same value. When you take the exact thing and you divide it by itself, you simply get 1. So this is 1. Okay, here's a really tough one. There are 2 places on this unit circle that have a tangent of negative 1 when you do one revolution around, one time around. Where are the 2 places? I want you to identify them as having a degree. So you're going to tell me this is the wrong answer. Wrong answer. You're going to tell me 150 degrees if you thought that was the answer. Okay? That's not correct. Where can you get a tangent of negative 1? There's 2 places to go. With your elbow partner top. 2 places. You guys should talk the entire time. So if this is positive 1, that means forget about the signs. This will be 1, this will be 1, and this will be 1. All 45-degree reference. 45, 45, 45, 45. Now, just like we spoke about, these will be positive 1, and these two locations will be negative 1. So 135 and 315 are the two negative 1 tangents. I'm just curious. It's okay to not know that. Can I have right now a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you and your partner were able to determine that? That's really tough. That's tough. Okay, so here's how I remember things. You ready? Because I like to be able to be efficient. I want to know the math, but I want to know if there's a shortcut. I'm all about the shortcut. So if I know the tangents of these three, the rest is pretty easy. We already determined at 60 degrees what's the tangent. Square root of 3. We already did that. It's off to the side here. What's the tangent of 45? We just talked about it. 1. So if I did all the math for 30 degrees or pi over 6, it would be radical 3 over 3. Okay, you ready? So 30 degrees has a tangent of radical 3 over 3. Turn to your partner. What two locations have a tangent of negative square root of 3 over 3? Go to your partner. What two locations have a tangent of negative square root of 3 over 3? You will be provided with my unit circle for the quiz, but you have to know how to apply it. This is a good location right here. This is a good location right here. So 150, also known as 5 pi over 6, and 330, also known as 11 pi over 6. Are we good? Okay, I'm going to reposition this, and now I'm going to challenge you. Okay, are you ready? You're going to be talking to your partner, and let's see if you can figure this out. Okay, ready? Listen closely. A student walks into class. They've been absent for 3 weeks, and I write this down. I want to know the sine of 17 pi over 6. You can go around as many revolutions as you want. Because it's positive, this is my starting line. Think of this as a race. Do I go up or down because it's positive? Up. And I'm going in 30-degree increments or pi over 6 increments. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is where I land for 17 pi over 6. What is the sign? Is it negative square root of 3 over 2 or positive 1/2? Turn to your partner, make sure you understand. Go. Turn to your partner, make sure you understand. Here's your next one. Are you ready? This time you are doing this with your partner and without my help. Let's see if you can figure this out. I want to know what is the cosine of negative 12 pi over 4. So when we have a 4 in the bottom, you're counting by 45 degrees. But there's a negative. Guess which way you go from the start line? Do you go up or do you go down? Okay, go with your partner. Go. Start counting going down first. By 45-degree increments. So I'm going to start here. I'm counting by 45s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 8 pi over 4. I got to keep going. 9 pi over 4, 10 pi over 4, 11 pi over 4. It's right here. Who's able to land right here? Just curious. Any of us? About, oh, nice job, about 60 to 70%. What is the cosine? CBS, cosine before sine. This is -1. Will you have this up for your test? Yes or no? You sure will. Okay, here's your next one. I'm gonna definitely try to challenge you here. So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to see if you can do this next one with your partner. I want the tangent of negative 13 pi over 6. I'm gonna press pause in the video. Are you ready? So I'm starting here. You are all right. I'm starting here. Which way am I going? Up or down first? So I'm going to count by increments of 30 degrees. And I'm going to go really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is 12 pi over 6. One more right down here. 13 pi over 6. Nice job. So this is a reference angle to 30 degrees. So at this point, what is the tangent? I've memorized that. Hopefully you have now too. Radical 3 over 3. So I'm going to write that down. And then now, what symbol's in front? In quadrant 4, what are the tangents? Negative. Talk to your partner. Make sure you understand that's really difficult. That is very difficult. This is your next one. And begin. Go. With your partner, begin. I'll move it over a little bit more to the side, and I can zoom in if that helps as well. Hopefully this helps. You are finding negative, the cosine of negative 19 pi over 6. Good. Hey, call me over when you think you know it. Yep, we got one, that's right. All right, so I'm reversing. I know now that one time around, doing increments of 30 degrees or pi over 6, one time around is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. This is where I'm landing. Cosine before sine is negative radical 3 over 2. So next up, I want you to try it on your own without your partner's help to see if you can do this. And then you're going to check with your partner. I will not call on anybody. Let's see, can you do this? Inverse tangent. I don't think you're going to get it. But good luck. Good luck. Negative 10 pi over 4. My goal is 50% of you. Go. First I need to locate this. So I know when the 4 is on the bottom, I'm counting by 45. So reference angle is 45 degrees. I'm going backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And some students told me 3 pi over 2. You had the right location, but we need to know tangent. We need to know tangent. Tangent is sine. Okay, sine divided by cosine. And here's my hint. Use your thumb and point in the direction of the 0. When the 0 is on the bottom, we're in trouble. 0 is on the bottom, it's undefined. What if 0 is on top? If 0 is on top, you're good to go. The answer is 0. Okay? Here's one more for you before we transition into the next thing. I want the sine of 13 pi over 6. Go. Sine of 13 pi over 6. Go. So here's the tricky part. Think of yourself and you're running around this track. Am I going to count and go up first, or am I going down first based on what I'm provided? Up. Why? You're right. Why? It's positive. So I'm counting by increments of 30 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What is the sign? Is it the first number or the second number? CBS. Second number. Okay, turn to your partner one more time. Are you ready? Turn to your partner. What is the tangent at this location? What is a tangent right here? Square root of 3, radical 3. What is a tangent here? 1. What is a tangent here? Radical 3 over 3. Okay, we are now moving on to the second part. So, on today's quiz, you will be provided the opportunity to write those down, and you will be given a unit circle. Now, I'm going to say inverse sine of negative 1/2. With your partner, I want you to point to the two locations on the graph where the sine is negative 1/2. There's two locations. Talk to your partner. Where are those? Where is the sine negative 1/2? That's what I'm being asked. Where's the sign negative 1/2? Go. There's 2 locations. Sign is the second value. Here's one location at 330. Here's another location at 210. But we only can have one answer. How do I choose which one it is? The answer to the inverse for signs has to be in quadrants 1 or 4. The correct answer could be written as 330 or 11 pi over 6. Let's try another one. Cosine inverse of positive 1/2. Turn to your partner. Please identify 2 places where the cosine is positive 1/2. 2 places. Go. Where are they? Where's the cosine positive 1/2 in 2 places? It's positive 1/2 both at 60 and at 300. How do I know which one it is? Do I put down 60? Do I put down 300? It could only be in quadrants 1 and 2, which means the correct answer is 60. Can I have a thumbs up or thumbs down right now if you're understanding? Okay, let's throw a tough one at you. Are you ready? With your partner, where are the 2 places where the tangent is negative 1? There's 2. Where are the 2 places? Talk. This is tricky. So the 2 places where it is equal to negative 1, well, I know reference angle here is positive 1. That means this is also positive 1, all-star trig, right? So tangents are positive here. So this is positive 1 and positive 1. That'd be this is negative 1 at 135 and negative 1 at 7 pi over 4. How do I know which one it is? It can only be in quadrants 1 or 2, or 1 or 4. So you would identify this as either 315 or 7 pi over 4. Thumbs up or thumbs down if you are understanding. Awesome.